I don't have anything to say. You want to talk?
Sure, I'll kick it off. That's a tough one to follow. God bless you, Boris.
You're going to tell the Tea Party you agree with a former communist?
Boris is a good man.
You got a presentation you want to give, or you just want to talk?
Yeah, but let me lead into it first, Katie, if you'll get it ready. My mother happens to be in the audience here, and she raised me to be truthful and to be honest with people and treat people fair. My father had a different slant on things. He told me, son, always make sure the tongue in your shoe lines up with the tongue in your mouth. And that's his way of saying, if you're going to walk the walk, then talk the talk. And I try to do that, and I try to be honest, and I try to engage with every person in this room and anyone who has wanted to engage me on this issue, and I try to be honest with folks. But I see a lot of folks that don't have the tongue in their mouth lined up with their tongue in their shoe. They keep telling us that they are trying to protect the environment. Yet at the same time, they live in a situation that they are trying to keep someone else from living in. And I don't understand that. I don't understand the hypocrisy. If someone truly believed that they protect the environment at all costs, they wouldn't live in those situations. They would turn their property over to a conservation easement, and then I would respect them, and they would have the courage of their conviction. And I think there are some people in that room, but there's a lot of people in here that they have it, and now they want to make sure that no one else has it. And I have a hard time with hypocrisy. If you could start that slideshow there. What we're looking for is everybody wants to be treated fairly. Everybody wants what other folks have. Mr. Linder there at the top, that's in Spring Creek. See in the red box there. Just across the creek, down at the bottom, Mr. James Hennessy. He's in the room with us tonight. Well, Mr. Linder wants what Mr. Hennessy enjoys. I would have to imagine that Mr. Hennessy is not sitting there thinking that he's harming the environment. And so if he's able to live at peace with the environment, why can't Mr. Linder do the exact same thing? Why can't those rules be the same for everybody? If you know a way to make sure that he can live in peace like you do, no, sir, it's my time to talk. Thank you.
Please don't address the audience, because they can't respond.
Absolutely. This right here, Boris, this is Boris's son, Alexei. This is at Shell Point. He wants what Miss Damon has. Miss Damon is able to live with her home surrounded on 3 sides by the wetlands, very close proximity to the water. She has a septic tank on her property. We heard from her husband tonight that the Boy Scouts can't swim and can't go out. His wife on her property has a septic tank. I'm not saying that she's causing that.
Run a sewer line down
Hey.
there.
You know, I think I'd like to just make a comment.
Sorry.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to encourage you to avoid personalities
I
in these
agree.
discussions.
These
I
are
agree.
personal attacks.
These are not personal attacks. These are facts. These are facts. Everything I'm showing is a matter of public record, and everything is a matter of facts. Everyone is welcome to their opinion. I'm working on my opinion as well.
Just wrap it up so you can, if you don't mind.
Don't wrap it up.
Next one, Mr. Weslowski. He's here tonight. He's trying to build a house on a pond.
No, he's not. He's a realtor trying to flip a piece of
Hey, we're not going to do this.
Doesn't matter.
That's enough.
You own your property. He owns his property.
Trying to flip a piece of property, a swampland.
The bottom photo there is our own Commissioner Kessler, who owns a piece of property on a pond and is surrounded by wetlands all the way around. All Mr. Weslowski wants is to be able to enjoy what Commissioner Kessler has. Let's ease through these. Next one, Katie. Mr. Hennessy, top picture is in 04. There is no house there. Bottom picture is in 07. There's a house there now.
Get him out of here. Get him out. Take him out.
Took it down to build a house that was up on pilings. Mr. Lovell sold us that property. We lived in his house.
My point, sir, I'm
No
not.
house, 'cause
wait.
we took it down to build a new
Wait.
house in the same.
Any more outbursts, and you're going to be asked to leave also, please. Please contain yourself.
Please allow him to stay. Please allow him to stay.
No. You can come back when this issue's over.
And I'm speaking to the board here. I'm not saying that any of these folks that I'm using as an example have done anything wrong. Please hear that well. I'm not saying. I'm assuming that everything is properly permitted or properly exempt. I'm absolutely not saying you've done anything wrong. My point in using these examples is you've been able to enjoy the fruits of your labor. You've been able to enjoy your property and use it as you see fit. And that's all these other folks are asking. They're asking for the exact same thing that you have. Katie, if you'll take the next one there. 07, this is Miss Damon's property. Go ahead, next one. If you look at the top there, look at the beach erosion that's on the outside of her property line. Look at 2013, how nice that ground is there with the seawall. And you know, if some wetlands have been filled in, I don't know. And if they have, maybe they've been properly permitted. Maybe everything was done legal. But what we're saying is Mr. Bayevsky, he wants to be able to build on his property in the same neighborhood. We're all only asking for the same courtesy. Next photo there. Commissioner Kessler's property in 07 and the bottom at 2010. Mr. Weslowski alluded to this. There's been some construction there. Again, I'm not saying anything was done wrong. I'm just pointing out that there are people in this county that have been able to use their property as they see fit. Katie, the next one, and this is the last one. Here's some wetlands property is currently for sale that's in the wetlands. It's got a nearly $1 million price tag. Commissioner Kessler owns this property. So we keep hearing about commissioners that benefit from the wetlands and put money in their pocket. Well, you're right, and here's one of these examples of it. Mr. Lambeau likes to say that this issue is about the goose that laid the golden egg. Well, I'm going to agree with you, sir. I think you're right. But what we're not telling people is you and your friends want to control the goose and the gold, and you don't want anyone else to have the goose, and I think that's unfair. And this goes beyond a wetlands issue. This is not a wetlands issue. This is a matter. This is you guys are setting this thing up as the government against the people. This is not the government against the people. You've got 4 commissioners here that's trying to restore property rights, trying to allow people to do exactly what you've been able to do, use your property. What this is a group of people against the other citizens of this county. I hope the citizens of this county will see this and realize that this is an attack on their freedom. This is an attack on their rights. And everyone's got to vote their own conscience. If they want to sign the petition, sign the petition. But I guarantee you, if this group is successful at taking away property rights now, this is not their last stop. Thank you.